Well, that was a completely different team than we've seen for the last couple weeks, huh? Might have found something here.
It's the Monstars.
Well, hold on. Illinois wins 95-74 in the Twin Cities in Minneapolis. After a 9-2, I think, Minnesota start to the game, they hit 3 threes early. It was never in doubt. Illinois took over from there and dominated the rest of the way. Largest lead got all the way up to 28. It was 91-63. Ended up a 21-point win for the Illini. How you feel, Logan? Kind of anticlimactic, eh?
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of a weird night for me anyway. I was busy all day and kind of came home right as the game was starting, so I hadn't seen any of the pregame chatter. I didn't know who was going to be on the court. That's the thing. The world we're living in right now with this team is I never know who's actually going to be out there. So I was just trying to get my bearings. Like, all right, who's playing? Who's healthy? Who are we going to see tonight? So it took me a while to get caught up with everything. But yeah, it was just kind of a, cruise control type of game. Like, it was on. Half the time I was more invested in watching Dickie V back calling action. But no, it was good to see. It was good to see. I have a quick question for you though.
Yeah.
Do you know the difference between a beaver and a gopher? This is not a joke. I just think it's funny that you're wearing a beaver shirt when they played the Gophers. And I don't know that there's all that much of a difference between a beaver and a gopher.
Is it the tail?
I have no idea. I'm actually looking it up as we speak because I was curious. But there are several differences. They're two very different animals. Well, I shouldn't say very. They are two different animals, but yeah, I just thought it was interesting. That's the shirt you're wearing tonight because you couldn't get much closer to a gopher than the beaver shirt.
Didn't even think about that, and I was going to mention it because I wore it like 2 games ago as well. It's the weekend. It's comfortable.
I don't
lay off me,
man. I don't care. I'm wearing freaking Lion King over here, bro. Like, I was wearing Buddy the Elf the other night. What's the difference between a beaver and a groundhog? I don't know. There's a lot. Or yeah, well, groundhog and gopher kind of. I don't know. It's all. There's a bunch of things, but whatever.
We're starting off way off topic here. We'll get to Illini right after this.
Do people want to talk about the game?
Like, we looked up today.
Just kidding.
Because Kentucky is a Commonwealth. They're not a state.
Correct.
We looked up what is the difference in a Commonwealth and a state. Do you know that
one? No.
There is no difference. Kentucky just decided to call themselves a Commonwealth, and so that's what it is. Is
Virginia also a Commonwealth?
Yes.
Or do they just have Virginia Commonwealth University?
No, Virginia is a Commonwealth, but there is literally no difference. It's just weird.
Is there any other Commonwealths?
No idea.
Let's talk about basketball. That's why people.
Let's go. As the comments roll in, Will Riley just. I don't know what else we can say. We were impressed with him going into today, and I think we're both even more impressed with him now. 27 points, 11 of 17 from the field, 9 rebounds and 7 assists. So he was very, very close to a triple-double. KJ was back. Kasparas Jakucionis was back to his old ways today. 24 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. And Logan, 1 turnover. 1 turnover.
It's a miracle.
Also, Tomislav Ivisic, he did play. Rolled his ankle against Rutgers, but he did play. He started 33 minutes. So once again, full workload for Tommy. 18 points, 11 boards. He had 4 turnovers though. KJ kind of rubbed off on him a little bit. He did not look great passing the ball tonight. No one else in double figures, but Ben Hummerkaus had 9, Boswell 4, Marez Johnson 4, Kerry Booth with 2, and then Jake Davis also had 7. Illinois dominated the boards once again, 38-26. The big number, Illinois only shot 16 threes. 16 threes all game. No one shot more than 4, and the 4 came from Riley, KJ, and Ben, who are capable shooters. That's fine. Tomislav was 2 of 2. Jake Davis was 1 of 1. And then I didn't know this, but I guess Kuchar took a 3 late. I guess. I don't know.
I wasn't watching at that point.
I wasn't either. There was one other. Points in the paint. Because he only took 16 threes, points in the paint, 50-26. New recipe, eh, Logan?
Yeah. 50 points in the paint, and 4 of them came from Morez Johnson, who's been the key cog in the paint the past few games. Yeah, no, this is a different team than what we've seen lately. I mentioned it before we started, before we went online. This has got to be by far the best, highest point total we've had from the trio of KJ, Will Riley, and Tommy, who are, I think you can probably say, are Illinois' 3 best players when it comes down to it. Like, they've all had their moments. And I don't know if we could have totally said that about Will, but like, yes, I think those are Illinois' 3 best players, and they all 3 put up at least 18 points. So when that's happening, when those 3 are clicking, like nobody's going to beat Illinois. And I think we talked about it a show or two ago. Like, we just haven't seen Kasparas and Will clicking at the same time. Like, those things, KJ was the talk of the town. He was the story the first 60% of the season, 70% of the season. Then he's gone through his rut. Will had his moments early on. Then he went through a huge rut where he was just kind of hit or miss. And now all of a sudden he's the best player on this team. We just haven't seen the 2 of them clicking at the same time. And then you throw Tommy into it too. And that's an unbeatable trio. It's obviously not going to happen every night. But when it is happening, you're not going to do much with that. The 3 of them are undoubtedly 3 of the better players in the Big Ten, especially when things are going right, and they were going right tonight.
Yeah, I know Will played very well early. Eastern, 31 points, whatever it was. I did not. I knew he'd bounce back. I knew he wouldn't go all season playing like he was. I did not expect this. Yeah. I mean, at this point,
he's on a heater.
Yeah, I don't. You got to feed him as much as you can, and I feel like none of it's forced. It's all in rhythm. He's getting to exactly where he wants, and he's hitting the shots. And I know that's what they've preached about him since he committed, was that he's just a scorer. He can get wherever he wants, and he can do whatever he wants, and all of that. I did not expect this. 11 of 17 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3. One of those was a heat check, 3 that was probably out of rhythm. But not only that, those columns next to it, 9 boards and 7 assists. This dude's the offense right now. Yeah. And 2 weeks ago, if you would have told me Will Riley was running this team 2 weeks ago, I would have said, okay, what happened to KJ? Like,
what did happen to KJ?
Well, yeah. I mean, is he out for the year? I would have even said, is Kylan Boswell out for the year? Because at that point, Kylan was playing much better, which Kylan was non-existent tonight, but you didn't need him. This heater from Riley is something I did not see coming. I would not compare it to Terrence Shannon levels, because that's just another tier. But I mean, it's right up there. It's one of the best heaters we've seen in over a 4-game span now.
Yeah, 16, 24, 18, and 27 are his last 4 games. And then if you don't count the 2 games that he was under the weather, he put up another 19 3 games before that. So yeah, I mean, I was just kind of looking over his week nightly totals. His first game 31, and then he put up 14 and 8, and then 18, 19, 13. So in his first 6 games, he put up at least 8 points in one, but double digits in the other 5. And then he was just kind of one game 5 points, one game 12 points, one game 5 points, one game 3 points, one game 13 points. And then he was just kind of quiet for several weeks in there. And then all of a sudden, ever since the Michigan State game on January 19th, he's been a different player when he's been healthy. He's taken the corner. About the time that he took the corner is when the other stud freshman hit the wall. So hopefully, now that we are about to enter in the gauntlet that I saw Blake reference and that we've talked about on the show several times, Maybe this is where things turn.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get those two clicking at the same time now consistently, and you can rattle off some wins here because there's some key opportunities coming up for a team that has really struggled the last month. You could really stand to have the two of them and Tommy clicking at the same time.
Yeah. Analytics on the screen now. Those efficiency numbers are numbers that I have never seen anyone. 38 efficiency for Will Riley is out of this world. That's all the points, rebounds, assists, steals, minus missed shots and turnovers. Anything in double digits is pretty dang good. And Illinois had 4 of those, 38, 26, 28, and 17. But 38 is unheard of. And then game score, again, double digits is good, and game score and 27.8 is fantastic. You had 4 guys with 20 plus minus. Just analytically, stellar performance from those 3 guys. And like you said, those are the big 3 from here on out, I think. If you
Tommy
can get
didn't
something.
miss.
Did he not miss a shot?
He missed one. He was 8 for 9 from the field,
Yeah.
2 for 2 from 3, 8 for 9 from the field. Like he
Yeah.
didn't miss.
And we weren't sure if he was even going to play.
Exactly. Exactly. I
Crazy.
mean, this team, just between sickness and illness and injury, the last several weeks has just been you just never know. It's just a total grab bag. And for him to play after the questions about what happened with his ankle the last game, to put up that performance, and that's the 3rd best performance of the night. Pretty special coming from him. You there? Cool. Good talk. Hello. Is this on? I have no idea what's going on. Can people see me? Can people hear me? I have no idea. It just Craig froze up, and now I'm seeing all sorts of things about technical difficulties, and I don't know if this is a restream problem or if this is a internet problem. Craig can apparently hear me, so I don't know. We'll just keep talking. Yeah, I mean, I think as we talked about, I think this was a stellar performance all around from all three of those guys, and you didn't really need your supporting cast to play. We didn't even talk about the fact that Trey White didn't play in this game, which again, he's been under the weather. There was concerns that Gibbs-Lawhorn wouldn't play in this game. He only played 4 minutes. You didn't need him. Oh, hello.
What is happening?
What's wrong?
I can't turn my camera on my computer on.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just finish this thing up and go home. I was just saying how Trey White did not play. He's still sick. Gibbs-Lawhorn only played 4 minutes. He was questionable going into the game regardless. So Illinois' what's normally a 9-man rotation was down to pretty much just 7 tonight. Yeah, Ben played 32, Kylan 28, Tommy 33, Merez 14 minutes from Merez. He was in foul trouble most of the game. 37 from KJ, 31 from Will, and then Jake Davis played 15. So this was a 7-man rotation, largely basically a 6-man rotation when it comes down to it. So, and Craig's all sorts of freezing up again. Is it your internet? I don't know what's going on. Brian's giving us all sorts of crap. I didn't know if it was you or if it was Restream, because Restream's saying technical difficulties, will be right back. So I didn't know if you posted that and it's coming up as Restream. Well, originally I saw yours, but now it's coming up as Restream said that. So I thought that maybe there was some sort of other issue with Restream, but whatever.
I can't turn my camera on my computer.
It's okay.
It's never happened
That's okay. Before. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're just here to like and subscribe. As Michael said, like and subscribe. Tim, Don, say hi. Lennox says hi. Hello, Lennox. It's good to see you, buddy. Simba. So you can still click to those things. So what camera are you using?
I'm on my phone.
But you're still clicking around. You can still do that stuff.
I'm still in Restream on my computer.
Okay, whatever.
I just can't
use my camera. What else do we need to talk about? We've kind of touched on, I think, on all the high points.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out.
Okay. Yeah, big 20-point win. Definitely you needed this. You need all of them at this point because, as we've alluded to, as Blake mentioned in the chat, and as we've talked about a lot, this is where the gauntlet starts. This was the end of the weak stretch of the schedule, quote unquote weak stretch. This was the stretch of games where you should have picked up as many wins as possible, and instead you got 3. So not great, or no, 4, excuse me. This was the 4th win. You beat Indiana, Northwestern, Ohio State, and Minnesota, while also losing to USC, Michigan State, Maryland, Nebraska, and Rutgers. Gotta win some games here. This is the most difficult stretch you're going to see, starting with UCLA on Tuesday. You're in a spot now where you're playing for the single bye, the Big Ten. You picked up now 6 Q1 wins. Minnesota won't be a Q1 win.
Yeah, I looked pregame. 6 of the last 7 are Q1s. Is that what you just said?
They're 6 Q1 wins. Yes. Oh, and what's your yes?
6 of the last 7
correct.
Are Q1s,
that
and the one that's not is Iowa.
Iowa.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes, that is correct. 6 of the next 7 win games are going to be quad 1 opportunities. So,
I mean, at this point, man, I sound awful, don't I?
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It sounds like with Tommy back and his ankle, he didn't miss any time. It sounds like it's just a sickness. You just got to get over this sickness, and you're back to full strength.
Everybody getting the flu every week. It's a new guy. It's a new player every week. So right now it's Trey and Dre. Who knows who it'll be on Tuesday? So, but yeah, this is it. This is what it comes down to: is this next 7 games: UCLA, Michigan State, Wisconsin, Duke, Iowa, Michigan, and Purdue. Yikes!
0-7.
I mean, let's just talk about it. Where are we? Like, what's the high end here? How many wins?
Hold on.
How many wins in this next 7 games?
Let me pull it back. I tried to close as many windows as I could. I have an echo, and it's terrible right now. Okay.
Sorry.
UCLA, Michigan State.
We're getting a different view of the room you're in now. That's nice.
I shouldn't do that. This room's filthy. I say you split the next 2.
Okay. You split the next 2, the home games, UCLA and Michigan State. Okay. I would love to win both of those, but yes. You're not beating Duke.
No,
you're not beating Duke. That's the only one that I truly look at and say you're for sure not winning.
Yeah.
The rest of them, the way Illinois has been playing, they're probably not going to win many of them, but Duke is the only one that I look at truly and say Illinois doesn't win that game. Because Purdue's at home, Iowa's at home, Michigan State's at home, UCLA's at home. Wisconsin is on the road, and Michigan's on the road. So, yeah. I mean, this Illinois team could win all 7, could win 6 of those, and they could also win 2 of those, and neither number would surprise me.
Did you hear what I said?
No.
3 and 4.
Okay, I'll go 4.
Split one of the next 2, Iowa, and split one of the last 2.
What would you like to see?
7-0.
Okay.
4,
5.
Realistically,
is 4 if 4 and 3 is that a
what's the record?
Yay us
16-8.
Sure. I don't
want to say goal.
Yes, 16-8.
20 regular season wins. God, this echo, man.
You need to get to 20 regular
season wins.
Yes.
So you
need to get to 20. You need 4.
Yeah.
Less than 20 is not good when it comes to getting into the tournament, which is crazy that's what we're talking about, because a month ago this team was a shoe-in 5 seed or better. And now even after a big win today, we're still looking at this now they're are they a bubble team? This is where we're at. So we can't be too negative. Illinois just stomped Minnesota in Minneapolis. They had huge performances from their freshmen and from their quote unquote sophomore. But we gotta be honest here. This next 7 games are going to be the toughest stretch of the whole season. So peak by Cabo, baby. 1 week from today, I'll be on the beach. That was the plan. I don't think they're peaking right now. But maybe things will change. Maybe this is where the tide turns for Illinois basketball.
Next 2 there's going to be some juice at the SFC. Kofi night and Terrence night.
And the return of Sky Clark.
And the return of Sky. You're right.
Yeah. They could use that. They could use 2 wins. I know you said they probably split, which is probably fairly likely.
Yeah.
But winning your next 2 would be huge. That would get you to 18 wins. Both of those being home games against really good Big Ten teams. Michigan State, up until a week ago, was unbeaten in Big Ten play. UCLA is pretty darn good too. So it'd be really nice for Illinois to win these next 2 for sure.
I did have one comment pinned.
Okay, great.
Did you notice this?
I don't know.
I did. No arm brace for KJ?
Interesting. I hadn't really thought about it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe. It also could have just been he was a little lackadaisical, but that's just my opinion. Freshman walls are a real thing, man. And I think you just get guys that We talked about it last week. There's 1,000 different things that could be wrong with what this team's been going through right now. And we've talked about a lot of them already. But, maybe the brace was holding them back. I guess we'll find out.
Who knows?
Should Brad have let Will stay in for the double like he was asking to? I mean, that's a fair question, but he was still a little bit away. He was close.
He only needed one more rebound.
That's it? I thought he...
Yeah. 28, 9, and 7.
Okay. Then if he was that close, then I say yes, probably.
I agree.
The double-double. I was thinking the triple-double. Yes. He only needed one more rebound. He needed 3 assists for a triple-double.
He wasn't getting that.
He wasn't getting that. But yes. Yeah, probably. Yes. I would
Did
say
you...
yes. I'm not going to be mad about it, but yeah.
Did you think it was weird that Trey, who practiced this week and seemed to be further along in recovery of the sickness, played less than Dre, who was more recently sick? Did you read anything into that?
Check back with me on Tuesday. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess, but I don't know. Did he play at all? Trey didn't play at all, right?
He did. He came in.
He has logged 0 minutes on the box score.
No, he came in. I know he was on the court.
Well, the box score says he played 0 minutes.
He got a foul. Didn't he?
Well, according to the box score, he has 0 minutes and 2 fouls. So
yeah. I know for a fact he was on the court.
Well, then I didn't even see him. It wasn't out there that long. So I don't know. Genuinely, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that situation.
And I did see.
I don't know.
I think Michael put in here. Yeah.
Boswell
had leg cramps.
Let me just answer your question. Let me answer your question. Yes, I'm reading into that. I do think illness is playing a factor, but I think I would not be shocked if you see less and less of Trey White. Not like reporting anything. Obviously, I know nothing because I assumed he didn't play in this game. Apparently, he did. That's where I'm at. Didn't even realize he was on the court. So, yeah, probably not great. I think we've seen the emergence of the other wing, which is totally eaten into Trey's.
It's good to have a body, though. Some depth.
Yeah, love to have that down the stretch. Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
No, I want to stop holding my phone. So
okay, well then let's get out of
here.
I'll just close it out. Final from Minneapolis, 95-74. Illinois picks up win number 16. I don't know what their record in the Big Ten is. I don't have that information in front of me. 8-6. Great. Next up, Tuesday night against UCLA in Champaign. Is that Terrence night or Kofi night?
Kofi
night. Okay. So yes, that game is, I don't know what time, but we'll be here afterwards to talk to you. Unless they piss Craig off.
Eastern.
8 o'clock Eastern. Great. Unless they piss Craig off, and then in which case we may not be. Okay. Yeah, let's do it for us.
Who's your pick tomorrow?
Oh yeah, there's a football game tomorrow. I was going to ask you something else now that you say that. My pick for tomorrow is the Chiefs because Patrick Mahomes is inevitable. But what else was I going to say to you?
What's Kendrick Lamar's first song?
Oh God, I don't know.
Do you know any Kendrick?
Yeah, songs? But no, that's just not something I've thought about. I don't know. Do you have a predict? What's it going to be?
We did a prop bet pool.
Oh, I'm sure you did. Okay, that's great.
We didn't throw anything in it. It's whoever gets the most right gets to pick where we go to lunch, like the next work lunch. I put swimming pools. I don't love it, but that's what I went with.
I'd go with one of the ones from the Black Panther soundtrack.
Decent. Will Taylor join him for Bad Blood? God,
No.
this echo for
No.
Bad Blood.
No.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I think she'll be preoccupied with other things. I think she honestly wants to stay out of the spotlight a little bit right now.
That's exactly what I said.
I think she's had her
She
moment.
won't.
I think she's backing off. I think
She won't want to steal the spotlight from Travis.
No, I think she's had her fun and she's going to back down a little bit. What else was I going to say to you? Something else to do with... I don't know. Not important, obviously, or else I would have remembered it. All right, that's going to do it for us. He's Craig. I'm Logan. We will see you guys Tuesday night. Goodbye.
A Peacock game, like Zilla said.
Peacock.